andere naties. Hey brother, sister, can you come? I have one question. Yo brother, come, I have one question. I want to show you something, right? I want to ask you something, right? Come to this side. I want to ask you something, right? You see this depiction right here? You see this depiction right here? What do you believe this is? Who do you believe this is?
Well, in popular, say that's Jesus, but definitely know it's not.
They say that is Jesus, right?
Yeah. But we know it's not.
You know that it is not.
Yeah.
Is that what they teach in the church?
No.
This is what they teach in the church, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's true.
But is that written in the Bible also?
No, not at all.
No, where?
The Bible talks in Revelation that it's like, he has curly hair, yeah, he has eyes like
So,
fire,
okay.
more like, skin is more like bronze, red bronze, so it's more darker.
So I see you have certain knowledge already.
Yeah, sort of.
Right?
Sort of.
So, sort of.
Yeah,
sort of.
I mean, I wouldn't say I really have a lot of knowledge.
Shall we read it for you? We're gonna read it for you,
Yeah,
right?
sure,
We're gonna read it for you.
That would be great.
Yeah? Read it.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So this guy, does he have woolly hair?
No.
No, right? Why are they pushing this image?
It could be deception, it could be anything.
No, because you know why? In slavery, right? The white man created all these different kind of religions. Even, even in Islam, right? We now are even deeply in Islam, right? Our people are in Islam, but that is not what God, give us. He gave us laws, statutes, and commandments to uphold, right? So now we are all serving this guy right here, but this is not written in the Bible. Read on.
As white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass.
So I assume, right, that is your wife? Yeah? So when you look at her feet, right, has the same color as her hand, right? Same color as her face, right? Read on.
As if they burned in a furnace.
So, brother, if you burn something in a furnace, right, which color does it become? Everything, right? Okay then. Right. Read on.
And his voice as the sound of many waters.
So, now, right, if you bring your children to school, they're like a Christian school or whatsoever, they push this image. But what does it do with us? Mentally. No, bro. Yo, bro. Brainwashing your mind to what?
To believe that it's the true God.
But now, when you look at me, right? Just walking down the street and I step on your feet. What's your first reaction gonna be? Do you see Christ in your brother?
No,
or do you see just another nigger?
Yeah, I mean, of course. Because I think there's a society for us to do.
So we see now this man, right, as God, but we see ourselves as the nigger. We hate ourselves, right? That thing needs to change, right? It's not only that. God gave us, give me that in Deuteronomy 4, 5, and 6. Right? He gave us laws, statutes, and commandments to uphold. Right? I see you have a thing, you have your beard also. All the men that you see around here, right? You're already upholding a law. Did you know that? You didn't know that. Give me that really quick. Did you already know that? Because in this book, right, there's no religion here. There's no religion here. You're already upholding a law without even knowing it. Right? There's law for the man, there's also law for the woman. There are reasons for it, right? It's for the man and for the woman. Yeah, read it.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 27. Ye shall not round the corners of your heads.
So, means like, you saw Michael Jordan, right?
Yeah.
So he shaved his head with a razor,
Yeah.
right? There's something that you cannot do,
Oh.
right? You can use a clipper, right, to make everything even, but not use a razor on your head.
Why is that? Why?
There's the how you say it? That's the law, right? But it's also something that the other nations used to do. So he clearly make a distinction between the Israelites and the Egyptians back then, right? Read on.
Neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard.
So you hear this, right? So did you ever saw a lion without mange?
No, of course not.
No, of course not. It's not gonna be like
Yeah, I mean, that's
manly,
true.
right?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so this is a law that we have to uphold as men. It's not something hard to do, right?
Not really.
Okay. Read on.
Verse 28.
That was it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, read on.
Verse 28. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord.
This goes in tattoos,
Oh,
right?
Okay, we got you.
So if you got any,
Actually,
don't put nothing more on your
Yeah,
body.
I know.
Yeah? Okay. So there's also laws for the woman how we supposed to dress. Right? This is for you, sister. Because this is your man, right? He's supposed to see things that's only for his eyes. It's not for other men to see. Right? Let me ask you this. When you go to the toilet, here's a question for you. When you go to the toilet, right? Which toilet you gonna use? The woman toilet. And how does the depiction on the door look like? Come closer, come closer.
My side.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, we don't bite. So what does the depiction on the door look like? Right? When you walk into the ladies' room. What does she wear? A skirt, right? What are you wearing right now? Trousers, right? You're wearing a pants. But let me see what God thinks of it, right? Go to the book of Deuteronomy 28, 22, 5, yeah.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So this is a law. So this is a law, right? God sitting above, looking downstairs, right? He sees his prince and princesses dressing, they are cross-dressing. That's not normal, right? You see all the rappers wearing skirt. That's not normal. If I would stand in front of you in a dress, would you take me serious as a man?
Well, not really. I mean,
No, you're not gonna take me serious because it's also a spiritual thing. The man is gonna act effeminate, right? So read on.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So you hear this, right? It's a law, not only. For the woman, it's also for the man, right? But look how God's look at it right now, right? Look how God looks at it.
For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
Can you imagine God sitting upon his throne and he looked down and he see his princess walking in trousers? Can you imagine God looking down, you see a man walking in a skirt? Can you imagine he sees it as an abomination? You understand?
yeah.
So there are certain things that we need to change, right? So y'all know that you are Israelites, right? The laws is only given to the Israelites, right? So it pertains to you and you. So it is also something that you need to teach your children, right? It is not only for you, it's for the whole nation. It's not about the individual, right? If we want to come back to God's laws, we need to obey them. Do you know what sin is?
No. Go right now. Even though we would love to chat, maybe tomorrow or something, but you gotta really get.
But this is the last question. Do you know what sin is?
So going against the law.
So it's going against the laws of God, right? So let's read that.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 3 and verse 4. Whosoever committed sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
So this commandment, right? What we just read, like shaving off your beard, you know, woman in pants, that's breaking God's commandments. So what should you do as a woman right now? Yeah, go to 1 Timothy 2 and 9. This is what you should do as a woman, right? So you got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, read it.
This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
So what does modest mean?
I mean, well, depending on what you want to say, but use be very, maybe you say more clothes.
More clothes?
Yeah, more clothes. Like,
so nowadays you see our women walking down the street barely with clothes on, right? Shorts, you know, breasts is hanging out, all of kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That's not decent,
Yeah.
right? So read on.
With shamefacedness and sobriety.
So with shamefacedness it goes into like it goes also into modesty, right?
Okay.
It's like you covering up the parts that she has, right? She's not showing off to the world.
Okay.
She's not showing it off to the world because it is only for you to see.
Okay. Understandable.
It's only for you to see because it can go into adulthood. It can go into adulthood. Let's get give me that in Hebrews 13 and 4.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all.
So marriage is honorable. You're all married, right?
Oh, not yet.
So there's something that you need to do. Do you like to get married, sister?
Very happy.
You know, yeah, I see. There's something that you need to do because God sees it as adultery, right? Read on.
And the bed undefiled. But
So things that going in the bedroom between y'all is between y'all and God, right? As long as you're keeping the law, all right?
But whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge.
You hear this? God will judge you. So now is the right thing to do, brother. It's the right thing to do. You need to, because we are the old man, you know, playing the big shot, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you see, we are manly to stick it in, but you know, when things get, you know, serious, we need to also take care of our wives.
For sure.
So basically, you done the deed. Now you have to keep her. Yeah.
Yeah, we get it.
You see, she's smiling. So, give him the book of Exodus 22 and 16.
Sure, but we really have to go to.
Listen, this is the last one.
Oh,
Listen, last one, brother.
Sure.
Listen to this. Listen to this.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 22 and verse 18. 16. And if a man entice a maid.
So, what does this mean?
If a man what? Entice me?
If a man entice a maid, what does this mean?
Entice a mate. I don't know, like to toast or
You're using smooth words, basically.
Yeah,
you got with each other, right? You went on a date.
Yeah,
After,
yeah.
basically, the man is using smooth words.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Yeah, cool.
You know, and you entice her.
Okay.
You know, now she likes you.
Okay.
You know, but read on. Read on.
And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed,
So she was not married, right? She was not married. Read on.
and lie with her,
So you sleep with her, meaning you have sex with her. But look what you need to do then.
he shall surely endow her to be his wife.
You see that?
Yeah.
You see that? You hear that, sister? Would that make you happy? I'm sure. Are you sure? But if you want to get married, right? Are you gonna be married in the pants? No, right? You want to wear a dress. So now you need to change that.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.